Good morning to everyone. My name is Sri Tejaswini. Today my topic is about OSI reference model from computer networks. So the subject is computer networks and the topic today I am going to discuss is OSI reference model. So OSI model. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. Is a reference model that describes how information from a software application in one computer moves through a physical medium to the software application in another computer. So this is the OSI model. It is an open system interconnection. The information from one software application in one computer is transferred to another computer through a physical medium. So OSI consists of 7 layers, and each layer performs a particular network function. So OSI model is of 7 different layers. OSI model was developed by the International Organization for Standardization (ISO) in 1984, and it is now considered as an architectural model for the intercomputer communication. OSI model divides the whole task into 7 smaller and manageable tasks. Each layer is assigned a particular task. As instead of doing all the tasks only a particular layer, only a particular model, the OSI model is divided into 7 layers, and each layer has its different task, has its own task, which will be performed for completion of the task. So each layer is self-contained, so the task assigned to each layer can be performed independently. So each layer has its own task and it is self-contained. It does not depend on the other layer. It should, if the task is given to that layer should complete its task and gives the output to the next layer. When so that the next layer can perform the task. Each layer performs the task independently. So this is the OSI model. So first let us see the 7 layers of OSI model. What are the 7 layers of OSI model? Uh, First layer is physical layer, second is data link layer, next network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. Each layer has its own function or own function to do its work. So let us see in diagrammatic way. So the layers are physical data link, network, transport, session, presentation, application. So first, what is application layer? Application layer is this layer provides the services to the user. It just provides the services to the user. Like it gives the end users the instructions and services of one software application. So presentation. It is responsible for translation, compression, and encryption. Presentation is responsible for translation, encryption, and compression. That means when one data is given to the when the application data is given to the any data is given to the presentation layer. This presentation layer converts the real data or real information into the some different kind of information which the user cannot understand. Like if the number is 1234, it just makes the uh, undefined which is not identified by any user, like a to b4, like a to c4. So but there will be some connection between connection there will be some connection correct order. So in presentation layer, it is responsible for transition and compression and encryption. So this is of presentation layer and session layer. Session layer, it is used to establish, manage, and terminate the sessions. There will be some sessions, right? Like for only these session, these will be stored. Like in our laptop, cookies session will be stored in the tab in the history. Like if you open some sites and the data will be stored in and data will be stored in cookies, and up to that session it will be stored. If you close it that tab, then the session will be deleted. So this session management will be seen in this layer. So next, transport layer. It provides the reliable message delivery from person to person. In transport layer, the transport information will be added to the application. And in the network layer, it is responsible for moving the packets from source to the destination. Network layer is responsible whether the whether the data it is transferred from source to destination in the correct way or not. In the data link layer, it is used for error-free transfer of data frames, which are error-free data. Use it for error-free transfer of data frames. Data link layer. Next, physical layer. It provides physical medium through which bits are transmitted. Physical layer is a medium where the data will be is of bits, like only binary bits 0 and 1. So this is about the seven layers of OSI model. So first physical layer. Uh, in today's uh, in today's session, I will be discussing only two layers: physical layer and data link layer. So let us go to physical layer. Physical layer. The main functionality of the physical layer is to transmit the individual bits from one node to another node. Just transferring of bits from one node to another node. It is lowest layer of OSI model. It will be at the bottom of the OSI model. It establishes, maintains, and deactivates the physical connection. Physical layer is responsible for activation and deactivation of the physical connection. It specifies the mechanical, electrical, and procedural network interface specifications. So, what are the functions of physical layer? Functions of physical layer are line configuration, data transmission, topology, signals. What is line configuration? It defines the way how two or more devices can be connected physically. Line configuration. Data transmission. It defines the transmission mode, whether it is simplex, half duplex, or full duplex mode between two devices on the network. It just defines the transmissions like half duplex, simple duplex, full duplex. Topology defines the way how network devices are arranged, like star topology, ring topology, bus topology, etc. Signals. It determines the type of signal used for transmitting the information. So this is about the physical layer. Now let us go to the data link layer. Data link layer. This layer is responsible for the error-free transfer of data frames. It clears all the errors of data frames. It defines the format of data on the network. It provides a reliable and efficient communication between two or more devices. It is mainly responsible for the unique identification of each device that resides on a local network. It contains two sublayers. Data link layer contains two sublayers: logical link control layer, media access control layer. What is logical link control layer? Logical link control layer is responsible for transferring the packets to the network layer of the receiver that is receiving. It identifies the address of the network layer protocol from the header. It also provides flow control. So logical link control layer transfers to the network link layer, which the packets will be transferred to the network link layer from the receiver which it is received. It identifies the network layer. It identifies the network layer from the header, and it will be transferred to that layer. And it also provides the flow control. It's media access control. A media access control is a link between the logical control link control layer and the network's physical layer. So this is in between the logical link control layer and the network layer. It is used for transferring the packets over the network. And next, what are the functions of data link layer? Functions of data link layer are framing, physical addressing, flow control, error control, access control. So what is framing? The data link layer translates the physical straw bit stream into packets known as frames. The data link layer adds the header and the trailer to the frame. The header which is added to the frame contains the hardware destination and source address. What is physical addressing? Data link layer adds a header to the frame that consists of destination address. The frame is transmitted to the destination address mentioned in the header. Flow control. Flow control is the main functionality of the data link layer. It is the technique through which the constant data is maintained on both sides so that data get corrupted. It ensures that the transmitting the station such as server with high processing speed does not exceed the receiving station with low processing speed. Error control. Error control is achieved by adding a calculated value CRC, cyclic redundancy check, that is placed to the data link layer trailer, which is added to the message frame before it is sent to the physical layer. If any error seems to occur, then the receiver sends the acknowledgement for the retransmission of the corrected frames. Access control. When two or more devices are connected to the same communications channel, then the data link layer protocols are used to determine which device has control over the link given at the given time. So these are the functions of data link layer. So we discussed about the OSI model and the 7 layers of OSI model in a diagrammatic way, and mainly we discussed of physical layer and data link layer, functions of physical layer and data link layer, and functions of data link layer. Thank you.